Hi, it's Lucy. I just wanted to show you one of these dies. I did a video on them. I bought them from scrapbook.com. They're Crafter's Companion, Vintage Halloween, and they're on sale for like $5, 5 something, or maybe less. But anyway, this is called Swirling Web, and what it is you can make a card like that with it, okay? It doesn't cut out this part here, which I thought it did. But what I did is it has a small line right there next to it, and I used that line to cut them out all the way. So they look like this. See, it wasn't cut here, but it does have a line as a guide there. So I used it, just fussy cut this one side where the line is. But isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? So I fussy cut about 5 of them so I could use them in my album. I don't know how, but or where, but they're gonna be in the album, by golly. So and the Crafter's Companion, oh my gosh, the cuts were so easy. I mean, I worked with a Sizzix doily that I had to order. I had to stop, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I had to stop and order that chrome plate or whatever. And the chrome plate was like $68 at scrapbook.com, and it was the same at Frank Garcia Studio. Everywhere I saw it was $68. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $68 for that. And so I Googled it, and then Target came out at $40, and I'm like, great. I'll order it from Target. Target's right here, whatever. And then I thought, I wonder where else. And so I looked. The cheapest I could find it was $30. At Walmart for $30, free shipping. Okay, just pay tax and free shipping. So, and it's supposed to arrive, I think, today or tomorrow. So it just took like 2 days shipping to get to me. But anyway, so I have to use that in order to cut that doily, because I cut it and I did it twice, I think. But it was a lot of work punching it out. Okay, even with the Sizzix tool, even with this tool, you know, going like that, it wouldn't come up. So then I had to use this and poke the doily, and some of the areas were not even all the way cut out. It wouldn't cut it out. It was just too much, okay? But it's beautiful. And so, and it's one of their new dies. It's like an envelope, and it has a doily on the flap. I've got it here somewhere, but I just got too much stuff here. But anyway, so I did 2, and I know what I wanted it to be, like a black envelope with a white doily on black. So so that's what I want it to be. And I wanted to put one in, I just want to do basically maybe 2. One for one album and one for the other, just to slip things that I, you know, receipts or something in it, you know, maybe some photos, because it'll fit 4x6 photos in it. So maybe some extra photos on some day that I just didn't have time to, you know, do, or it was just too many for the one day. So I have that envelope going. And then this is how I get sidetracked, okay? Because I started pulling my dies, and then I said, well, why don't if I just do some more dies other than the basics that I've done? I bought so many, let me make good use of them. So then for the cover of my album, I have this, right? I used Spellbinders glitter foam, and I applied it here. It's glitter foam. First I painted the edges so that it's black, okay? Like I usually do with the gesso. But then I thought, okay, purple and orange, they're in here. They're the colors in here, purple and orange. And so then I used the Spooky Things paper there and then I'm like, then I went on to do some more cutouts I decided to do the inside. Here, I'll show you the inside. I decided to do the inside. So I did this. I put, that's from Allie Edwards at October, and then 2025. They're puffy. No, they're flat. They're flat numbers. And then I decided to use this, which was already in my stash of basic cuts, you know, dies. And it's a pocket. So I used it right here. And then I used this, and I put my story on the back. Okay. So my reason why is on the back. It's right there. Pocket. Slip it in. I might slip in some others there. And then, because this isn't just a flat pocket, it's got the 1/4 inch on each side, so it's got room. And then I used this, this is a acetate sheet from Crafter's Companion. It's holographic spiders and spider webs on one side, and on the other side, where I have this, it's black. Isn't that cute? I love that. And then I just added this trick or treat, and there I am. So day one is always my niece, right? Remember, her birthday's on the 30th of September, but I always don't get photos till like the next day, so I have her in here as the first. And then this is where I was here, because I have 2 more photos, one of my niece and one of my granddaughter, so I need to put that. And then I have 3 or 4 photos of a death in the family. And so I'm like, how am I going to do that? So that's what led me to get into my dies, because I have that new die also that's like a little tab files folders, real small. And I thought, okay, they're going to go there. And so I had to stop and cut all those out, and the labels for them and the decorative stuff that goes with them. So, you know, die cutting takes time, but you know what? It was relaxing. And so I said, you know, I can catch up on any day. I'm retired. I can do 8 pages in one day if I put my mind to it. So I'm like, I'm fine, you know, as long as I end on October 31st, because then I have to do November Grateful, right? So that's basically all I've done. And I did add the back page. I did this pattern here, and I did this one here. Now I do have the Vicki Boutin collection. Maybe I'll use more of that in the other book. Maybe on this book I'll do more of Spooky Things and Hey Pumpkin. And then in the other one album, I'll use the other collection. Who's it by? It's real colorful too. These are simple stories. Oh, Doodlebug. So then I have the Doodlebug collection will be in the other one. So see, it's like I look at collections and they look beautiful. I was amazed, you know, by the Vicki Boutin one. I may make an album out of that instead. I'm not sure. But I do love it. I love the cutouts and everything. And, you know, so I just love too many things, right? So I've already thought of a cover for my album, this one. I have one of those dies from Scrap Diva. Let me show it to you. Let me see if I could find it. Where is she? She, because I'm saying she. Those are my scraps. Those are more things that I cut out. Oh, while I'm here, here's the doily thing. Look at this. Look at this doily. But on the flap, I'm going to put it on this so the white goes through. See all the parts that wouldn't cut out? I just got frustrated. I can still cut them out, but it's too late, and I was like, this is taking forever. But this is the flap to the envelope, this envelope here. So I got that going. But there's something else. Where is it? It's adorable. It's probably down here. Yes. It is. I'm so glad I have you guys to share with. I put all her stuff in here. And what it is it's the, like a sugar skull. It's a skull. I don't know if it's a sugar skull, but it's a skull. And I'm going to make it into a sugar skull. I'm going to use it again for Day of the Dead. But it's a Rolodex card. So, like, this is the base of it. I put it sideways, right? There's the holes right there. See the holes? Okay, those are the holes. And then she goes like this. She goes like that. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to use the purple again. So I put the purple right there. These are her eyes. I wanted her eyes to be blue. So I have 2 of them. I cut them out of different paper from that collection. And then the purple, and then goes this spider web again. And then her face. Isn't that pretty? And then her blue eyes, okay, with her long lashes. Her blue eyes go there. I don't know what I'm going to do with her nose, but maybe pink. But I thought, oh my God, she's adorable. And I could put flowers on her, you know, flowers on her hat, or I could put a bow, but it's got to be flat. It can't be very raised because I don't want these kind of albums to be raised. Although I did already start with foam tape, right? But it's very, very thin, very, very thin foam tape. So I fell in love with her. And this is one that after I bought it, I'm like, why did I buy that? And I was like, why did I buy that? I wasn't even like going to use it, but I pulled it out because it's Halloween. And then the minute I started die cutting and then I saw what it does, I fell in love with it. I'm like, oh my God, she's adorable. So she's going to be adorable. Okay. And I'm not sure whether to use this spider web again or use another pattern because, or does that tie the whole thing in? I don't know. So I got to check it out. So once I did that, I said, I have another Scrap Diva Designs and I have book 2, right? Because this book is days 1 through 15 and days 16 through 31 are another album exactly like this. I think I painted it already, but that's as far as I've gotten. But on the cover of that one, I want to use this paper. Okay, I'm going to do the glitter foam tape also, the purple, and some other base color. But this is what I want to do. I'm going to use the die. It's from Scrap Diva Designs. And here's where I cut it out so you can tell the shape of it. It's going to be a shaker. So on this album, it's going to have a shaker. But it's only going to be as high as like 1/8 of an inch because my foam tape, it's the strips of 1/8 of an inch. So that's all it's going to be. So it's not going to be too hard to put it in with the other albums. But I already started cutting it out. See, I was like, first I was lost because I'm like, why do I have all these pieces after I'm done? But I watched a video of this lady that did it. And so I'm okay now with it. But I think this is going to be the back. And then it's going to have this. And this is slightly larger than this one. And then this is going to be the shaker part. And I had to put the acrylic piece in there. So this is going to be the background for the beads and stuff. And then it's going to be like 2 like that. So it's very thin. This doesn't take anything except the real thin tape right here. And maybe I'll use glue because I think it's going to kill me to do. Oh no, I can't use glue because it has to have some height, right? So I guess I'm going to do it that way. But anyway, that's what I want to do for the cover of the other one. I want to do it like this. And it has a mini one. I may do this and then do a mini one and put it on there too. I'm not sure. But okay, so I fell in love with these 2 dies that I didn't even, I mean, I had them. They're here with my other dies. And they're sticking up because they're real tall. They're Scrap Diva Designs. They're big. And so then this is perfect for the cover, right? Because it has, it takes up a lot of space and it'll look cool. I can put words if I want or not. Probably just that. I'll probably keep it simple because look at how busy it is. But this paper is the only paper that I got that's from an old Doodlebug collection called Ghost Town. But I'm going to look at the other Doodle Bug collection, see if it also has a sheet with candy, see what that looks like. But I do love this one because it's so bright, okay? So I like it because it's bright and because it's on a black background. So those are my plans. I just wanted to share them with you. This is all I've got, so I haven't even gotten to day 2. But I promise by the end of today, I will not go to bed until I'm done with day 1. And then the rest will be quicker because there's less photos. And I've already got all the photos, I think through day 12 or something. I have all the photos printed. So I do have that. Oh, let me show you those little, I put them in a separate thing. These are the little envelopes, the little file folders. So see, they're really cute. They're really small. No, a 4x6 won't fit in here. This is smaller than a 4x6. It looks big on the screen, but it's small. So it's tabbed, and I did them all in different. I did each one in a different thing. I could actually bind them too, you know. But I only need like 3 of them for one thing and another one for the other. I may separate them or maybe cut out some others and use this for another page that I have a lot of photos for. I don't know. But these are the cutouts that go with, right? They're the little tabs that go on the, right here. And then there's some little hearts that go on there too. But anyway, I thought this was adorable, so I got the Sizzix die. It's really cute. Jamie Pate uses this. So because of her, I bought this and the other envelope thing. So this is basically what I have, right? Oh, and I have, since I bought glitter foam tape, I still have to punch those out, but I made these. Are they cute? I used a die that I paid $2.50. It was from Echo Park. It's real pretty. I did several ghosties in the glitter foam since I have it. And then this is another. This is from Simon Says Stamp. So I could put white paper here and make it into a journaling spot, or orange paper, make it into a journaling spot. So I cut out several of those. Then when you cut them out, you're actually cutting out bats. So I've got bats too. So, is that all I did so far? Yeah, so far that's all I've played with. And there's more. See, there's a stack there. But one thing, a very important thing I want to tell you before I go. My birthday's in October, so I got a notice from Simon Says Stamp that I could have a birthday die, and they told me the number of it to get on their website, look it up. They gave me a password, so it could be free. So it's a $19 value die. So I was very impressed. And so while I was there, I looked at, see what they have on sale. So I looked, oh my God, you would not believe the stuff on sale. It wasn't on sale a few days ago. I think after the 15th of the month, they put the Halloween stuff on sale. So you can go in there and you can get dies for like $3.99. And their Halloween stencils, 99 cents. Yes. So run over there and look at that stuff. Because that's really, really, I bought 29 items, okay? 2 of those items were embossing folders that had won for a long time, and they were $9.99 each. So, but I got 29 items for $115. I thought that was very good. But it would have been less. It would have been under 100 if I hadn't bought those 2 dies, okay, that weren't on sale. They were, embossing folders. They weren't on sale. They were $9.99 each, but I had wanted them, had them in my basket for a long time. So that's Simon Says Stamp, and look at their sale, and there's a lot of stuff. Some stuff I think already sold out, but they still do have a lot there of Halloween, if you do Halloween. I have fun with Halloween. I don't think it's evil. People think it's evil, but I don't know. I don't make it evil. I think it's just, it's just fun to me. It's a fun thing. It's not I don't worship around it or pray around it or anything like that. It's just a fun thing that kids do. That's all it is to me. Anyway, get over to Simon Says Stamp. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.